19 days to the election. And like I said, I was hoping we could kind of get a day off, but in a way we did. First off, I'd like to say the weather's changing. It's getting a lot colder. So if you could, please keep in your hearts and minds and prayers the people that suffered in these last two natural disasters, the people in the western state of North Carolina. It was snowing up in the higher elevations yesterday, which complicates things and makes it all more difficult. And, not to forget the people in Georgia, Louisiana, and of course Florida. They got hit by two storms. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. All right, so 17th. Now this day, a lot of people were saying that something's supposed to happen, or something is supposed to happen. Exactly what, I don't know to what extent. Today is the day in North Carolina that it's the first day of early voting. Okay, here in North Carolina. Earlier this week, it happened in Georgia, I think on Tuesday. Georgia started their early voting, and it was a record turnout for early voters. The amount of ballots cast was a record number. And they have things going on with counting the ballots, this and that, reforms, so there's a lot going on there. So we started our early voting, and as far as I've heard, nothing really bizarre has happened. So I guess everybody has taken a day off from the militias, the thing with the soldiers. I mean, there's several comments of people that have been in a disaster area have given me some feedback, and there's no such thing. There's no animosity. There's no nothing. Everyone is working together with the military, the soldiers, and everything, and helping out. So a lot of that, who knows? Okay, I don't know where it's coming from, or what, or who, or why. But, so we didn't get anything there. The big thing is, and this is what's in the title here, and I guess Kamala Harris did a Fox interview, either last night or something, and it's all over the news, and a lot of people are saying this is the end of her campaign. Okay? I just went and looked at a few clips of the interview, and of course my wife was reviewing the whole thing this morning. And you really got to wonder what these people are thinking to do this. Okay, she went up on there for an interview, and this guy just asked her some specific questions about immigration, about the government paying for gender changing operations for prisoners, incarcerated people, and a lot of these other questions. And the thing is, she kind of fell apart on all of it, especially the border and this and that, and whenever asked a question, never answered it, and all it turned into was blah 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 Trump, blah 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 Trump. Well, what about immigrations? That started under the Trump administration. And they go, okay, but I mean, what has happened the past 4 years during your administration? And everything it's Trump's fault. It all goes back to Trump and all this other stuff. And it was bad. It was real bad. And a lot of people are saying that after this on TV and her response, and basically she didn't have any answers and didn't really respond well. And a lot of people are saying if you want to be the president of the United States, you should be able to at least somewhat answer questions put towards you other than I am speaking, let me respond in this roundabout way or something. Okay, it was insane. But you can find all kinds of clips, so if you're interested, go ahead and watch it. But a lot of people are saying that this ended their career, and of course the polls now are 52 to 48% or something. You know, it's something ridiculous like that. I mean, it's insane. It looks like Trump's got it in the bag. Okay, and this has already been decided. Okay, the powers to be know this. Okay, I don't see how this woman can win the election or how they can let her win the election. Okay, people are upset. People are hurting for money. The inflation numbers came out and they're off again. And they're higher. And the truth of the matter is things are not good for a lot of people in this country. Okay? And they're upset. And you can blame whoever. You can say it's, she's trying to say it's all Trump's fault that he divided the country and that. It's not really. Of course, it don't help when the only thing the politicians can do is instead of coming in and saying, okay, if you elect me, this is what I intend to do. Don't even mention the people that are in power or the people you're running against. Just say, hey, this is a problem I believe that people have expressed. Whatever it is, immigration, bing, bing, bing. And this is what we're going to do to work on or try to solve this problem. You don't hear anyone saying that. Okay? None of them. So the big thing is, it doesn't look good for Harris. What'll happen, I don't know. Okay? The only thing I can tell you is, if you have early voting in your state, go when it's leisurely, it's calm. Actually, I'm going to vote probably on Saturday. After me and the wife eat breakfast, maybe go shopping, go in the afternoon to the community center in a local city by us, and we go vote, in a kind of quiet, relaxed environment instead of waiting for election day when the lines are probably going to be huge and waiting and that. We just go there where the wait is short and we go in and do the voting. But that's about it. Really nothing else going on. I mean, the weather. Oh yeah, and the other thing I heard when I was doing some research on my, commodities, gold and silver. There was a video. It said Putin is up to no good or something, or going to change silver and all this other stuff. And I guess what it is BRICS is going to meet, and a lot of these countries trying to get away from the dollar have been buying a lot of gold. Okay, China, Russia, India. So now, and of course there's influencers on YouTube with all of this stuff about silver, gold, and that. And there's one with Putin standing there next to a pile of silver bars. Putin's plan to do something to silver, and the guy goes in there. They're going to meet at BRICS, and I guess they're going to start buying up silver. Well, silver has more of an industrial use than for money. He says everyone realizes it's a material use for money. And at one time it was, but that'll never happen again. But if there is a shortage, and the thing is, and the reason everybody's on edge, there is a projected shortage because there's a net usage. Silver does get used commercially or industrially. There's a projected amount needed to keep up the production of solar panels and cell phones and all this other stuff. There's so much that has to be used in industry, and what's happening is they don't have enough out in the system or out processed to where it can be used. And if someone starts to buy a lot of it, like Russia said they're going to do, there is going to be a shortage, and supposedly the price is supposed to shoot way up. So that's what everybody's kind of waiting on also. And there are several people that have told me that. There's a lot of people that believe this. Okay, even though the price kind of has stagnated the past 3 months in a little zone there. So remember, if it ain't Trump, it's Putin. Okay, one of the two. They're at the bottom of all of this. Alright, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.